I am sitting in front of my new painting, and I thought I would talk a little bit about it and pull a tarot card about the themes that the painting represents. So to start, this piece is called Fire and Wire, and it came about after a trip to Hawaii, the Big Island, which is full of fire. And the colors in particular are representative of that island energy, which is very wild, very strong, and the volcanic energy of Pele is felt everywhere. So you have the lush green and the really dark volcanic black and the white of the sand and the rock, and these beautiful contrasts. It's almost through the contrast that the color becomes so much more. So the piece began with a piece of painted canvas, which kind of looks pink. And I began by creating tick marks that were working in relation together. So playing with the idea of building connections and how long it might take to get to one, or if you choose a different track, how long does it take to get to the other, which was also working along this line of fire and wiring in terms of our brain chemistry. And during this time, I was reading a book about the ways that we create neural pathways and how we can strengthen them and how we can kind of work to change them. And so thinking literally about our thoughts and the ways that they fire and wire together, and how we can direct the course of our thoughts to a certain degree and shift the way that we think, which changes the way that we ultimately act in the world and how we respond to our environment. So there's also a lot of random sort of things that are in my mind that maybe are firing and wiring. So we have a cat. I actually have a cat named Pele, which I named before I went to Hawaii, not realizing Pele would take me there. If you don't know, Pele is the goddess who created Hawaii. There's a heart and money and a clock for time. There's a spider, there's taste, there's lovers, there's an artist palette. There's kind of all of these different things that circulate in experience and how they connect and disconnect. And then you have the brain showing this connection and disconnection. So this idea of firing and wiring and the different ways that we create links and connections, which was inspired through this trip to Hawaii, which I suggest for everyone. Hawaii is just a magical place, and I feel so grateful that I had the opportunity to step on that land. So, yes, and then this is an altar that I have right now in front of the painting, so it felt like a good time to do a video with a tarot deck. And let's choose a card. So I'm working with the She-Wolf Tarot at the moment. And let's pull a card in relation to the themes of this painting, particularly around our collective pathways of thought, how we're choosing to perceive collectively, and what insight we might bring. All right, so the Knight of Swords it is. I'm going to start by reading the mantra from the She-Wolf, and then I'll explain. I become masterful through awareness and determination. So in that mantra, we have the idea of awareness, which is that first step to how we create new paths of thinking and being is literally bringing awareness to that. And in being determined to be aware in the moment, then we can sort of notice the patterns and habits that we embody individually and collectively. Nights are also very, they have excited energy. They're out to go do the thing and to make it happen, and sometimes they can lack that groundedness needed to do that in a way that holds that awareness. So you're not just kind of brazing through and doing the thing that you think you want to do, especially let's think post-pandemic, the world opening up, just going for things, but remembering to hold a little bit of awareness. And yet at the same time, that fire energy is really great. So looking at this Knight of Swords, I think it's just ultimately a reminder to bring awareness into the ways that we're thinking and acting, and to remember that we're gonna get the thing done, we're going to move forward, we're going to get there. But if you're bringing in that awareness and maybe slow it down just a tiny bit, there might be something that reveals itself to you, or it might change the way that you end up taking the course just a slight little bit. The swords are also about the mental sphere, about perception, about thinking, and about being aligned in thought, quite literally. So I think it's just, when we say awareness, it's literally noticing your thoughts. So that's a little moment of tarot and a little bit about the piece. You can find the piece on Keep It Clear. Keep It Clear is my website where I'm selling art designed to inspire authenticity. So if you go to keepitclear.co, you can buy art through the Instagram shop or through the website. Thanks for watching. Be well.